Alright, welcome back to another episode of Aoi Tori, the next morning. Alright, Mary, we're heading out. I say goodbye to Mary, who's staying behind a bit, the same as she did yesterday.
はーい、いってらっしゃい。さよちゃんもね。行ってきます。
Saya mumbles out a reply. She seems to be doing everything she can not to look at me. In fact, she's been ignoring me from the very first moment we came into contact today. I've been told that she's not actually angry, but honestly, I'm afraid. A part of me thinks she's waiting until Mary's no longer around so she can do something unspeakably horrible to me.
今日もクソ寒いわね。
Sayo grumbles as we step outside. This feels like a roundabout way of getting me to offer to hold her hands, but what am I meant to do? Sayo, are you angry? I was brought up being taught to speak clearly, but even I find that hard to do at times like this.
怒ってるかって？
Yes. She glares at me through half-open eyes.
怒ってるわよ。
Right, I thought so. I'm sorry. I know that doesn't make up for it, but still.
違う。
Sayo sighs as she brushes her bangs to the side.
怒ってるのは律にじゃなくて自分に対して。
Yay! I'm scot-free! You are?
ここに来るまで私はずっとあれだけ一人で生きるんだって考えてたのに。一皮むけばあれだもん。恥ずかしい。まったく無様だわ。
She says agitated.
情けない。恥さらいし。ろくでなし。くす、ゴミ、ふざけてるの？生きてる価値がないじゃないの？
You really shouldn't be so hard on yourself.
こだわりなの。
Oh. I find it best not to say too much when other people's habits are involved. Well, your habits aside, I don't care what you're like, Saya.
私だって気にはしてない。
Saya isn't the type to let things drag on.
昨日のあれが私の字だって分かったところで、今更自分を変えられるわけでもないし。
Of course, I like you as you are now. I say with a sweet smile.
だからリツは妹相手に言葉を選べってんの。
She shoves it back into my hand, likely because touching me directly would take venom out of her. Ah! Ah! Ah!
痛くないと覚えないでしょ。
I already remember. I'm sorry.
どうせ絶対にまた言うわよ。
So complaining, Saya lowers her bag.
まあ謝られる必要はないんだけど、やっぱり昨日のことは律の力で無理やり引きずり出された私の集大なのよね。
Right. About that. It feels rude to keep on apologizing, so I decided to just agree for now so that we can move on. This is probably a pretty good time to ask, actually. How do you control your powers anyway?
コントロール？
The only way I have to keep my powers in check is to avoid using them. But I do like to learn to control them if possible. You give people specific emotions, which means you're conscious of what you're doing, right?
あ、そうね。
Saya bites her nails as she thinks.
律の言うコントロールって根っこのところで私の考え方と違う。
Fundamental how?
律は単に抑えたいだけでしょ。私はどちらかというと力は使えるだけ使えばいいやって思ってる。
Isn't that kind of like abusing them?
だから乱用になるかどうかの限界を経験して知るのよ。
Ah, now I get it. She's right. Our ways of thinking are completely different. I don't use my powers, so I also don't know how to use them. It's like how if you're too afraid of knives to cook, you'll never learn how to.
リツもメアリーもいちいち例えが初対じみてるわね。
I'm not wrong though, right?
そうよ。まあ今は包丁なんかなくてもコンビニがあれば生きていけるけど。
Sayo shrugs. I guess now I'm one of the people who brings up food to try them too.
それで力を使う気になったのならどんな面白いことするの？
I bet you do enjoy that.
そりゃあリツはやろうと思えばいろいろとできるんでしょ？
Right. And if I accept my powers, that is.
曖昧ね。なんかやりたいこととかしたいことは？
I don't know, really. If only we had some conveniently nearby sick people or hungry, then I could do something a real savior would do. Take a moment to really think about it, and you might conclude the miracles performed by Jesus were only considered as such because of the time he lived in. These days, these miracles would make him the equivalent of a traveling hospital or convenience store.
煮え切らないわね。もっと簡単に考えなさい。要するにリツが今一番したいことは何なのって話よ。
Make people happy? I answer immediately, but Saya frowns.
あのね、もっと自分勝手に考えなさい。
I am thinking about myself, though. I value others more than myself to the point where even the devil is calling me a lunatic. But in that case, a thought comes to mind.
それなら
Saya urges, and I smile. Do you think I personally want this to make you happy? I want you to be the happiest girl in the world?
バカじゃないの？
Saya shouts, her face bright red. And plus, aren't you meant to be happy about this?
そうじゃないわよ。世界で一番ってそれ普通はそのあれでしょ？
No. What's wrong with that? I'm not exactly sure what the problem is in what I've said, but I soon work it out. Yeah, I read it correctly. Jesus. Sorry, I'm a little bit shaken up. I played a little bit of Sparking Zero and... Oh boy, that game is... Woo! Fun. It sounded like I was proposing. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, I do want you to be the happiest girl in the world, but...
もうバカ兄貴、かつて天然な女ったらしい。
This time, Sayo takes a clenched fist to my face. Ah, you.
何笑いながら痛がってるのよ。
It's because she's so cute that will only prolong her anger, so stay silent.
もう私を幸せにするとか奇跡だの力だの全然関係ないじゃない。
I don't?
そうよ。だってリツが甘やかしてくれるだけで私は幸せいっぱいになっちゃう。
Sayo is grinding halfway through her declaration when she comes to an abrupt halt. Her face goes bright red as she hurriedly removes her fist from my face. That's what direct contact will do to you, Sayo.
リツ、今のは聞かなかったことにして記憶からも抹消しなさい。
I don't think so. I'm happy to pretend it didn't happen, but can I at least keep my memory of it? It was really cute.
リツ、
Her hand bits out towards me again. Whoops. And now she's going to try and use her powers on me, so I take a step back.
ちょっと逃げないでよ。
Nah. Catch me if you can.
待ちなさい。
Sayo takes another insistent step forward. I'm back. She moves in. Sayo refuses to start running, so we just repeat this a few times. It's like we're playing tag.
朝から何をしてるの私たちは。
This is pure siblingship. Sayo sighs and draws back her hand, finally realizing how silly teeth is.
まあいいわ。もういい。それより本当にいろいろと悪いと思ってるんでしょうね。
Yeah, no.
そうは見えないけれど。
You're right. I'm sorry. I can't quite make myself sound sorry, but I do feel the need to change my behavior. At this point, Sayo smiles.
じゃあ私の言うこと何でも一つ聞く？
And what would that be? Hello? Her words come out of the blue and take me by surprise. Now, the more flustered I get, the more joy Sayo takes from it.
何よ、悪いと思っているのならそれくらい受け入れたっていいんじゃない？
I guess, but I decided that I to refuse want to know what it is.
そこは世間知らずらしく何でもいいよって簡単にうなずきなさいよ。
Yeah. Do command usually get away with saying that?
私は詐欺なんてしないわよ。正面から襟首掴んで言うこと聞かせるタイプだし。
Yeah, I can see that. Now, I'm getting afraid of what she's going to do to me. So, what do you want from me? I've got money if that's what you're after.
あれ、リツ、お金なんて持ってるんだ。
Yeah. Sayo says in surprise. Yeah, I'm technically staff here, so I get salary for that. And I get some money for the upkeep of the residence. There's nothing around here to spend it on, though. Wow.
虚しい小金持ちね。
Sayo science.
でも、お金じゃないわ。
I figure.
多分、リツにとってはもっと困る話よ。
I figured. As word as I am a gesture for her to continue.
じゃあ言いますけど、
Yes?
私とデートして。
Oh, that's all? What a relief. This is way simpler than I expected. Unfortunately, Sayo seems to have been waiting right for this moment.
ただし、今から。
You wanna do it now? Now I'm hit by surprise.
そう。学園をサボって私のために時間を使うの。
Wait, I can't just skip. Oh, now I get it. This is a problem. A date is simple enough, but skipping class is incredibly difficult for someone in my position. I've never skipped class in my life, save for the day that Mary said she was going to commit suicide. And that's why Sayo is doing this. You want me to prove how important you are to me, huh?
そうそう。ちゃんと分かってるじゃない。
Thanks. I can't even. My little sister's selfishness has me at my wit's end. The worst part is that I'm not 100% against it. Are you sure you can't find it within yourself to just find pleasure in my distress for now and save the date for after school?
しません。
Alright. Let's go then. Sayo smiles sweetly. You're so cute. At first Sayo was just thorny and mysterious, but now it's almost like she's taught herself some new tricks. Is this because of what happened yesterday? Or is it more Mary's influence on her? Even so, I don't know. In truth, I'm already 90% sure I'm going to go along with her. But questions of morality and decency hold me back from giving a quick answer. It's almost like the girls who come to me for comfort. They'll act hesitant until the very last second, although they know nothing will change in the end.
じらすわね。て こうされる方がそれはそれで燃えるけど。とどめを口にしてあげないといけないかしら。
I'm not sure if I want to know what you've got in mind or not.
あ、なんかお口でしてあげるみたいで卑猥な言い方だったわ。
Yeah. It's not that surprising. You have a pretty dirty mind. She's also reacted weirdly to the mention of nursing before.
ま、いいわ。それよりねえ、お兄ちゃん、たまにはさよと悪い遊びもしましょう。
Okay, fine, you win! I raise my hands to surrender. There's no chance of me winning at this point.
口ではいやいや言いつつも体は正直ね。
Okay, that one was definitely on purpose.
リツも女の子を抱くときそういうこと言って盛り上がってるんでしょ。
No, I would never. Those exact words have never crossed my lips. I'm sure taught them to myself though.
それにしても今日は勉強しなくていいってだけで気分が晴れ晴れ。
I still feel guilty myself. I say jokingly, not as a complaint. So then, if we're gonna skip class, I guess we'll be heading for the station?
あ、そうね。うかつに校舎とか寮のある方に行ったら見つかるし。あ、その辺の誰もいない寮に忍び込んでみるのも面白いかも。
Yeah, let's not do that. It's bad enough that we're doing this without potentially getting other people involved.
はいはい。
Sayo is so happy I agreed to hang out with her that she doesn't hang up over me shooting down her follow-up suggestion.
こういう時お弁当って便利ね。ちゃんと水筒のお茶もあるし。
You mean Maddie makes your packed lunch? She's the one we have to thank. That girl is a real goddess.
それじゃあ行きましょう。
Yes. Wait. We were off the path and retrace our steps from yesterday. It's hard to see far through the trees, even in their wintry, depilated state. But fortunately, we're not in danger of getting lost as long as we follow the railway track.
分かっていたけれど寒い。
Haha. You weak little pathetic child. I'll laugh in agreement. If the cold is too much for you, we can go back home in a bit. Mary will be in class by then.
そうね。寒さだけじゃなくて何もすることなくてそうなりそう。
We're skipping the whole day of classes, so we sure do have a lot of time to fill. This place must be pretty dull for you after living in the city all your life, huh?
そうだけど別に町にいたって何もしてなかったし。
Sayo looks around.
ここいい場所だけど雪しかないのよね。
If playing in the snow doesn't strike your fancy, we could just talk. Or climb trees.
木登りは論外。
Sayo objects firmly. Doesn't sound all that fun to me now that I'm a deaf old liar.
おしゃべりでもいいけどこんなに綺麗に積もってる雪って私初めて。
I smile, sensing that Sayo is allowing herself to show how she's feeling. I think she might just like the snow. Does Tokyo get much snow?
毎年降ってるかな。でもなんか向こうにいる時は汚れた空気が混ざってる感じがして雪で遊ぼうなんて気にはなれなかった。
She crunches some snow underfoot.
なんかこっちの雪は綺麗な気がする。雪合戦とかどう？
I mean, I wasn't expecting you to suggest physical exertion, but sure.
それじゃあリツは無抵抗な的の役で、それに私が雪玉を投げるから。
You're evil. Hold up, what part of that is fighting? It sounds like a weird fetish thing.
何を言ってるの？合戦が五分五分の条件で始まると思ったら大間違いよ。
You want to absolutely destroy me, huh? I can't see the fun in that personally.
冗談はともかく、雪だるまでも作ってみようか。
I'm glad to know you were joking. A white cloud puffs from my mouth as I sighed.
どうせだし、大きい雪だるまを作りましょう。
We don't have to worry about running out of snow, that's for sure.
私が頭を作るから、お兄ちゃんが体の方ね。
Sayo starts rolling up a ball of snow faster than I can give a reply. Clearly, my little sister's still a child at heart, despite how mature she looks and acts. I stand there in thought, and immediately occurred Sayo's glare.
リッツ、何をぼんやりしてるの？体の方を大きく作らなきゃいけないんだから。
Sorry, I had to monologue for a bit. I know. Now it's the moment for me to prove that, not provoke that. Although we're identical twins, I am the manly older brother. You mean pussy? I ball over some snow, then start rolling it around.
うしょ。
I just wanted to talk while we did this, but Sayo is completely absorbed in rolling around her ball of snow. It's gotten pretty big already. Sayo? If that's gonna be the head, try not to make it too big. Hey, aren't you supposed to be at the head duty?
大丈夫。持ち上げるのはリツだから。
Wait. Oh, she's giving us the head. I'm an idiot. I figured as much. That's why I'm telling you.
言われても大きく作りたいんだもん。
Then we can lift it together.
そうする。
Sayo nods and begins moving away in the search of ever more untouched snow.
もうさすがに冷たいわね。手が荒れちゃいそう。
She grumbles. Though she still sounds like she's having fun, so I pay it no mind. As her hands fall off, thanks to the frost. Judging by what I've seen from Sayo, I'm guessing mine will end up being the head. I decided on my own and continue rolling around my snowball. At first, I do thought this childish Sayo, but I actually enjoy it too. Just rolling a giant ball of snow around is a lot of fun. We both missed out on so many experiences in our childhoods, and it's only now that we're getting to have them. And it's all because we find ourselves here and now that we can try to make up for the time we've lost. Maybe this is what it feels like to reminisce. I monologue. Then, around 10 minutes later...
リツ、こっちはなかなかの大きさに。って、そっちが全然大きくないじゃない。
Yeah, sorry. I'm really struggling with how heavy it is. I can't believe how well you've done.
あ、いいこと思いついた。それなら私の方を体にしちゃえばいいわね。ちょっと小さい雪だるまになっちゃうけど。
That's a great idea.
さすが私。
Nothing less. I replied without thinking, finding my sister's prideful smile incredibly charming. She's so cute. Yeah. My ball of snow is still small enough for me to comfortably lift it, so I pick it up and place it on top of Sayo's.
できた!
Yeah! Sayo shouts happily, only to cock her head a moment later.
あれ? なんか単に雪玉が重なってるだけね。雪だるまってこんなのでいいんだっけ?
We need to find the nearest branch to give it a deck. We still need to decorate it with sticks, with stick arms and such.
ああ、そうだ。頭にバケツかぶせたり、人参を鼻にしたりするのよね。
That too. Yeah, and eyes made of coal or stones.
木の枝とか石はその辺にいくらでもあるけど。
But we probably won't be so lucky finding a bucket and carrot. We can bring them with us next time we come.
そうだけど、このままだとちょっと不格好でかわいそうね。寒そうだし。
Yeah, we need to watch him as he burns in hell. Obviously. As I watched a sad expression come over her face, I start wanting to grant her wishes. They never finished building the station, so we might be able to find a bucket if we... The moment to see that... Something falls out of the sky and buries itself partially in this... Is it the devil that did this? My reflex chill was look up, thinking snow might have fallen from a tree, but there are no branches above us. Which brings our gazes down to the ground, where a red bucket, the perfect size for a snowman's head, lies in the snow.
Huh?
The chill was utter and I'm shocked. I looked back up cautiously, but there's nothing there.
どこから降ってきたのこれ。
Don't know.
あ、
Sayo suddenly gives me a shocked look. Thinking there might be something behind me, I turn around. Nothing but trees. Huh? What is it?
そうじゃない。このバケツ、きっとリツが出したのよ。
I did?
リツ、あなたバケツを探そうって言いかけてなかった？
I'm coming to a very slow understanding. Oh, we summoned it. I wanted the bucket and then there was a bucket. It was a miracle. That's so dumb.
そうかしら。
I'm exasperated, but a serious expression has come over to Sayo's face.
これがどこかにあったものがワープして持ってこられたとかならまだいいけど、リツ、もしかしたらこれ何もないところから生み出したのかもよ。それだけじゃなくて思っただけでってことの方が重要かも。
My smile disappears as Sayo continues. I see. Whatever this is, it's even crazier than that Kotodama I think Mary told me about. At least they had to speak to have any effect. I'm materializing objects just by thinking about them. Carrot? I say, holding my palm out, open in front of me. A carrot appears out of nowhere, like I'm pulling a magic trick.
呆れた。
I suddenly prefer this to having a devil haunting my cell phone. I can tell by the feel of the carrot that it's the real deal, which leads me to consider magicking up some candy for dinner as I bestow the snowman with his nose.
ねえリツ、100万円の札束って願いなさいよ。
No, that's probably illegal. Although there is a small part of me that wants to try it out just to see. I'm worried that this might cause my powers to act on their own, but fortunately nothing happens. I think that for the bucket and carrot, I was able to do it because I was motivated to do something for Saya. I wanted to make her happy. I didn't want to see my little sister upset. It's strange that these uncontrollable miracles of mine happen far more often for the benefit of others than for my own good. But I imagine that's down to my personality.
まあいいわ、100万円は冗談だし、リツのことよりも今は雪だるまの枝と石ね。
I'm less important than a snowman. I start looking for sticks and stones, all the while internally grumbling about Sayo's lack of restraint. Naturally, it doesn't take long. Hey!
いいわね。
Sayo beams from ear to ear as her snowman finally takes shape. She looks pretty adorable now that he's got a head on all.
よーし、もう一つ作るわよ。
That looks like a summer bucket to me. They're building an hour? I see glancing over at my enthusiastic little sister.
雪だるまだってこんなところに一人だけじゃ寂しいでしょ。二人なら寂しくないし。
We might as well have it start a family, honestly. That makes sense, I guess. We both know how painful being alone is.
それじゃあリツ、雪玉を作りながらでいいから人参と青いバケツを出して。さっきのは赤いので女の子、次は男の子よ。
Alright. I can't just... Midway through my complaint, I hear something plunk into the snow. I look down and sure enough, there's a carrot and a blue bucket.
よしよし、リツも力の使い方が分かってきたわね。
I really wouldn't say that I am. There's something about it, and I'm not sure of what, that feels overly simplistic. Abrupt even. Shouldn't miracles be flashier, more emotional? Not that I particularly mind being dull. The only miracles I produced since the day I gave Mary my blood to let her conquer the sunlight are turning my drinks into soup and conjuring up buckets and carrots. Is it my belief that's lacking, or is it the demonic spirit within that is?
ほら、何エロいこと考えてるのよ。もう一つ雪だるまを作りながらでいいでしょ。そしたら休憩しましょう。
Okay. Fine. No, wait, that wasn't taking anything parody. I agreed on an instinct, only to have hastily covered for myself.
宗教なんて存在そのものがエロいものじゃない。
Based on what logic? My little sister's views on religion are giving me a headache. I know religion isn't all that popular in Japan, but you'll find that most of the world's population is religious to an extent.
つまり、全世界がエロいのね。
Well, what am I meant to say to that? I don't know, I'm not a priest.
シスターとかミコとか、男にとっては性的にたまらないでしょ。
I raised a puzzled, at Sayo's deadly serious question. Oh, that's, you know...
あれって何よ。
It's like, those women are meant to be pure and holy? Which leads to its way to, wicked thoughts?
リツも横島な目で見ているの？
Okay, you win. Let's build that snowman.
わかればよろしいのよ、お兄ちゃん。
Sayo grins. Honestly, what am I meant to do with this little sister of mine? She's going to have me beat every time. When we first met, I did think that she lent herself to being the older sibling. Given our current relationship, that certainly feels fitting now.
じゃあ雪だるまをもう一つ作ったら休憩しましょう。
Sure. We know what we're doing now, so this second snowman should take no time at all. I'll happily make a third, even a fourth, if that's what Sayo wants. Although... How on earth did I end up being able to pull buckets and carrots out of thin air in the first place? I think to myself as I roll around my ball of snow. Maybe you have to put your heart and head together to do the summoning. I'm less wondering why it is I can do something new, and more why it is I can do something new now. I wanted things countless times before. My desire to save Mary came from the bottom of my heart, but nothing happened then. Maybe because Sayo's here? Since she told me to set my powers and all. Or maybe also because of her being in close proximity to you, that her powers are increasing maybe? I'm not experiencing any physical or mental changes at present, so I think I'll wait and see where those powers take me for now. Alrighty. A little while later...
これで寂しくないわね。
Yeah. Sarah giggles happily as the blue bucket clatters to place at the head of the second snowman. I find myself smiling as I watch her. We can make a third and fourth if you want.
いやよ、さすがにちょっと疲れたし。冬でもこんなことしてると汗をかくのね。
points Sayo to a bench.
さあリツ、先に座って。
Oh, after you. I'm not a strict believer in ladies first, but I've suddenly picked up the habit of letting women go ahead of me.
いいのよ、とっとと座りなさい。座らないなら雪の地面に正座させるわよ。
Okay. For some reason, I'm more than happy to oblige when she starts to narrow her eyes at me. I wipe enough snow off the bench for the two of us, then sit down. Just as you expected, says once again using my pillow, my lap as a pillow.
いちいち分かりきったことを聞いてきたらおるわよ。
Don't do it. Like what?
男にとって大事なものを2つ。
Dragon balls. My ding dong and my heart are that. You take it. Right, well, I wasn't going to state the obvious, I was just gonna say that I thought this is what you were after.
いいじゃない。ただ寝っ転がるにもベンチは硬くて冷たいし疲れたの。
Fair enough. I could have just let it slide. Instead, I led her to excuse making again. It seems like she's completely moved on from what happened yesterday and this morning. And of course, no big brother is going to refuse to spoil his sister.
気持ちいい。
Good, good. She mutters to herself. I imagine she feels a lot better now she's laying down, especially with my powers working on her when we touch. She's so adorable, I find myself stroking her hair.
リッツ、くすぐったいから変に子供扱いしないで。
I don't think I will. I want to do this.
変なの。
Though she complains, she wears a pleasant smile on her face. If my powers are working this well, I don't have to fear an outburst of embarrassment or anger. At least I sure hope I don't.
はあ、それにしても疲れた。雪だるまってもっと簡単に作れると思ってたのに。
Sayo states herself. You're really that tired? It's barely even been an hour since we got here, and all we've done is chat while building two snowmen.
ちょっとね、久しぶりに体を動かしたからかも。
You didn't get much exercise in the city?
そうね。まあ私がインドア派のデブ症なのは間違いない。ここにいると足が太くなりそう。
That's good. It shows your healthy.
私が嫌なの。
Well, you are a girl. Girls have a habit of wanting to be thinner than is necessary. Honestly, some of those girls look so fragile it scares me. Sayo sighs again. She really must be tired. I look down on her inwardly, which she notices and smiles up cutely at me.
大丈夫。昨日の夜からちょっと体がだるいだけ。
Do you have a cold?
風邪じゃなさそう。あれじゃないの？新しい環境でピンと張っていた緊張の糸が切れたみたいなやつ。私にはそういう感覚って縁がないと考えてたんだけど。
Oh, now you know, you freaking neat. It's a good thing. I honestly believe that. Lately, I've come to learn that behind all of that Sayo's grandiose behavior is a sensitive girl. My powers break down to wicked lies people use to deceive others. Sayo's admitted just how very territorial she is, but now she's saying that her wariness is easing off. If that means that she's growing more comfortable around me, then that's something to be happy about. Just don't push yourself, alright? You should probably be getting back into the war. Sayo smiles and cuts me up by reaching a hand towards my cheek. You're praising! I've given a start when her icy cold hands touched my skin.
リツはあったかい。
How are you so cold?
雪だるまを転がしてた手だけよ。私の頭を撫でてるリツの手だって冷たいんだから。
Oh, did you? Now that she mentions it, her head does feel warm. I panicked, thinking she was that freezing all over, but it's just her hands.
二人ってのはいいものね。お互いの冷たいところも温め合える。
You make it sound like we're stranded on a mountain?
やってることはそのままでしょ。
Sayo giggles as she stretches her slender fingers across my cheek. She's trying to warm herself, I realize, but her movements are stiff and tackle. As we continue to warm up, I start to perceive just how soft she really is.
気持ちいい。
Sayo mutters the words I was about to say. I let the feeling take over, staying just alert enough to keep my mind present.
ねえ、服の中に手を突っ込んでいい？
She suddenly brings up a childish request. I'm gonna have to say no to that. One, on a sexual level, I wouldn't be against it, if I'm completely honest with myself. But it wouldn't be right to let myself get aroused while we're out here, and well, Saya's exhausted. And I mean, she is my sister, so that's what makes it all the more sweet. Huh? What? My free hand clutches at my temple? What was that thought? Was that the W that said it? It came to me so naturally that even though I realized it was crazy, it still feels normal. While I'm going through this feeling of unrest, Sayo closes her eyes and begins to doze on my lap. She looks tired. Sayo, fortunately we're not on a mountain, so you're not gonna die if you fall asleep. But you'll still make yourself sick.
大丈夫。なんだかすごく暖かいの。
That's not... I look up to the sky. I actually don't feel any cold myself. Some winter days are actually rather pleasant, but it's not like that. I literally can't feel the cold. If it weren't for the snow dancing in the wind, blown from the piles on the ground, this could be a mild day in spring. This is probably also my powers at work, acting because I don't want Sayo to be cold.
あったかい。
But a baby, she mutters again.
ねえ、リツ。誰かが一緒にいてくれるって、それだけで暖かいのね。心が暖かいの。あなたがいてくれてよかった。そう思うの。心から。
Sayo's breathing slows, like she's drifting off to sleep. I respond by stroking her head. So adorable. She smiles happily, a finger in her mouth, like she's about to fall asleep, as if she were a cat. May Sayo's rest may be a peaceful one. I pray, smiling. Yeah. Sayo doesn't wake up until the afternoon, at which point we eat lunch. It was great. We then end up deciding to head back to the residence after all.
まあ、さすがに何もなさすぎだしね、ここ。
Sayo grumbles, feeling refreshed after her nap. I'm fine with sticking around a bit longer.
いやよ、寒いし。よく見たらスマホの充電も少なくなってたし。
I can't take my Candy Crush without a live phone. The one that my parents gave her has long since gone. So I must have decided she didn't need it anymore since she was feeling better after her nap.
でもまあしばらく気温が寒いままの方がいいわ。私が許す。
She pats one of the snowmen on the head.
これだけ寒ければこの子たちも春まで溶けないでいてくれるでしょ。
I can't believe it's already the afternoon. I'm absentmindedly thinking about how we're about to head back. What's Mary's going to say to us?
なに？やっぱり学園をサボったことが気になるの？
Kinda. I wouldn't say I regret it. And I don't blame you, but I feel a little guilty.
律儀ね。一回ずる休みしたくらいで死ぬことなんてないのに。
I guess. She's right, of course, and I don't take myself that seriously, but even still, if anything, I regret more than Sayo skipped a day of classes than me.
何よ。煮え切らないわね。
Sayo's picking up more on my attitude than anything else.
じゃあ律は私が学園を休んで一日中エッチなこと、しかも無抵抗にヌレヌレで何でも言うこと聞いてあげるって言ったらどうするのよ。
Yes and nothing but yes, maybe. I do take the idea off of this soon.
わ、即答した。
I'm kidding. I couldn't see something like that without making it sound like a joke. Although deep down I'm desperately want to spend a day like that. Oh, Father, please forgive these immoral thoughts of mine.
嫌だわ。うちのお兄ちゃんは卑猥で。
I do say you're the one who has the dirty mind here, Saya.
そうね。私はお年頃だしオープン。律はスーパームッツリ神父。
That is true. Fine, let's get back already. We can have dessert when we get there. I'm afraid to try and keep a conversation with Sayo when she's in a mud like this. We make our way through the trees back on the path. Whereupon... Oh, hi! We find Mary! Oh, Mary, you're, early? I split her out, not yet having prepared myself to face her. It's so just gone noon, so I do thought you still be in classes? Did I miscalculate somehow?
別にそこまで早いとは思わないけど、二人ともなんで森の中から出てきたの？律とエッチなことをしてたの。木に手をつかされてスカートをまくられてバックから。へえ、私は道草を食べてるのかと思ってた。この辺山菜とかキノコが多そうだし。
Do be careful about some of them, and I'm not talking about poison. Can we please not joke about these things? Mary's reply was so indifferent, it's actually scaring me.
なんだかよくわからないけど、せっかくだし話をしながら一緒に行こうか。そうね。
With that, we all start walking. Only Sayo and I end up going the opposite direction to Mary. Naturally, we're headed home. But Mary's moving towards the academy.
二人ともどこへ行くの？あなたこそどこへ行くつもりよ。
Sayo and Mary stare at each other, both wearing the same expression. That goes for me too. Aren't we going home, Mary? Or did we agree to do something after classes today?
はい？
Mary raises a puzzled voice. I don't get it.
普段からポンコツ気味なのに、メアリーは何をふざけてるのよ。早く帰って3時のお茶にするわよ。
Was there really any need to demand some tea in there?
当然じゃない。私が入れても美味しくないし。メアリーがポンコツなら私はゴミくずなめくじよ。
You must be in a good mood. It never fails to impress me how she treats both herself and others with equal amounts of contempt. Mary is watching the two of us in astonishment as is only natural.
なんで朝から夫婦漫才というか兄弟漫才を見せつけられてるの私。
やめて、夫婦漫才とか卑猥すぎるわ。
But what exactly do you think married couples get means? Wait.
あれ
Sayo and I cock our heads at the same time, catching onto the same thing?
メアリー、今、なんて言ったの？
Yeah, before you try to correct yourself.
夫婦漫才。
その前。
よくあるような聞き方だけど、10秒前でもなんて言ったかなんて細かく覚えてないよ。
You said it was morning, right? Now Mary cocks her head.
そうだよ。朝だよ。
Wait, what?
3時のお茶どころか、さっき朝ごはん食べたばかりの午前8時だよ。
What? I'm lost for words. So as the scene, she digs her phone out of her pocket to check the time. Sayo, what time is it?
8時。
What? She says, her expression solemn. I believe her, but I peer in over her shoulder just to see it for myself. It really is 8 in the morning. What? Which means Mary is on her way to class, having left a little after us. I look up to the sky. It's a clear blue. There's no way it's 8 in the evening. Sayo and I exchange glances, shaking our heads. Has time folded back on itself?
森から出てきて時間を確かめるとか、2人とも UFO にでも誘拐されてたの？
その方がマシかも。
Was that a dream?
それはない。
Sayo answers immediately, frowning. What happened? You think this will make sense if we go back and check on the snowman?
それより、カバンの重さでわかる。
Our lenses and flasks. Our bags should be lighter now that we've eaten. Sayo's eyes narrow.
リツ、あなた、さっきこう思ってたのよね。やっぱり学園をサボるべきじゃなかったって。
Oh, shit. So that's why. Because I thought if it were still morning, I could go to class. My powers can not only affect physical matter, but also the space-time continuum? This is getting ridiculous.
何が何やらアンビリバボー？
いいのよ、説明するのもめんどくさいし。こうなったらおとなしく学園に行くしかないか。
Sayo says in defeat and starts walking towards the academy.
わけわかめ。
Eddie seems to be losing brain cells the more she tries to work out what's going on. But I'm not sure how to explain this myself. It was kind of like the two of us were dreaming.
ほー。
She doesn't press further, so she probably realizes this is difficult to explain. Either way, I'll fill her in on what's happened later when everything's calmed down.
よくわからないけど、さよちゃん絶好調みたいだし、なんかいい夢だったのかもね。
It was. At that point, I agree. I start smiling, realizing I've experienced something completely out of the ordinary. That's a fact. Sayo and I spent the rest of the day in somewhat of a daze. We managed to mull through our conversations with others, managing not to get into any harm. Our bodies feel the effects of our day being extended by 6 or 7 hours, leaving us thoroughly exhausted by the end of it. It turns out the miracle's blessings depend on your point of view. Sayo's rates 4 out of 11. So we can freeze time if we really want to. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another episode real soon. Oh, wait. It grew bigger. I just now noticing this. Hey. Hey!